Archer vs. Joby really feels like a presidential debate. So strap yourself in and get ready to learn more about what's happening. Right, so we've got some interesting news coming out of Japan at the moment. For all the Joby guys, they've been quite big into the S4, demonstrating flights in Japan at the moment. And we have had them quite excited about being at Osaka. But then, out of nowhere, like a good presidential debate, Archer puts their hat into the ring. Archer came out yesterday and announced that the partnership with Oracle and Japan Airlines is coming to fruition, and there has been a memorandum of understanding for 100 Midnight aircraft, valued at around 500 million, to be the main eVTOL in Osaka, Japan. But what does this come down to? It really feels like a presidential debate at the moment. Mark was the one that christened it this, but really, you get Archer doing one thing, Joby comes in and smashes out of the park. You get Joby announcing they're doing flights in Japan, Archer comes in, smashes it out of the park, and announces this 500 million on the memorandum of understanding. So, what does this actually come down to? Are you more bullish on Archer or are you more bullish on Joby? Do let me know. But anyone that doesn't understand this whole eVTOL market, we're just going to do a quick breakdown on both businesses and where we can see both going. So again, the S4 carries 4 passengers and a pilot. Look, it's a lot further in the development phase than Archer is. We're getting very, very close to certification. This is Joby's vehicle. Look, some people say the design's not as beautiful as Archer's Midnight, but again, I'm going to reiterate it, and I'm going to reiterate it again and again, that it doesn't matter what your vehicle looks like. You don't care if you're coming in a Honda Civic or a Mercedes-Benz when you travel with Uber. Then, getting back to Midnight, they're looking for 4 passengers again and a pilot. We have seen them demonstrate speeds of up to 146 miles an hour. They do expect to fly in flight corridors, and these are between 1,500 to 4,000 feet. Both aircraft have demonstrated they can climb to around 10,000 feet, which again, performance doesn't really matter when both aircraft can achieve this. Both are not looking to only lease out and sell their aircraft, but they're also looking at operating a service. They both have their own apps. Archer has the Archer app, and Joby will have Elevate OS. They have a partnership with Uber, and it was previously Uber Elevate. But look, I could see Uber taking both of these and adding them to the original Uber app. So I actually don't think the biggest part of Eva's booking system will be through the Archer app or the Uber app. I think the best place will be in a generic app such as Uber. It'd be so much easier to tie up your taxi ride, or again, look, Tesla with the full self-driving may put a spanner in the works, but they bring you to a vertiport and you take off. Look, both businesses are looking at taking trips from maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes right down to 10 to 15 minute trips. You can ask, what are these going to be priced at? They're going to be priced at both black cab prices and yellow taxi prices. So they're not going to be absolutely extortionate, but they are on the premium end. I would like to see them originally, when they come out, have that higher price. Just, we need the margins to be at maximum while we're in that initial rollout, and then we can start reducing prices along the way. But look, I'm not Joe Ben, I'm not Archer. Let's talk about performance. Superior performance at the moment, again, coming down to Joby's S4. Archer's only flying in CTOL configuration at the moment, but we did get a registration through for Archer's new aircraft, where we believe it will be flying in VTOL configuration. I'll drop that up there. But this is not a confirmation that Archer will be flying in VTOL configuration and transitioning with a pilot. It still wouldn't surprise me if they come out with a redesign plan. And I think if they do come out saying they need a redesign, they need to do it sooner rather than later. It's not going to scare me at all. You may get the market set off even 30-40% if this happens, but I will be snatching at the bit if Archer sells off that stage, because if anything, it'll instill more confidence in me. I just don't like the quietness at the moment, but look, this is a sort of shady surface at the moment. We don't know what their plans are with the Midnight, how far along they officially are. Joby is starting to speak about their vertiports. They have signed up. They now have 8 vertiports and landing sites in construction in the UAE. We're getting all the infrastructure in place, but again, my whole concern about this whole industry is just going to be this mass rollout. If we think about it, Joby expecting 50 by the end of the year. Even if they double that, we're at 100. Archer, you can expect the same way. Look, what have we? 6 in production at the moment. They do have the Covington, Georgia factory, which I do think is a little bit of an edge on Joby. Look, Joby might be further ahead in the certification process, but Archer have put in the hard work in the manufacturing facility. So once it turns into the race on who can manufacture more, pull it this way, Archer will. I would like to see more manufacturing facilities being under construction for Joby. I'd like maybe one in the Middle East or so. You don't want to have to ship every single S4 you're selling out to the Middle East. I don't know what the tariffs are like out there, but just the whole transportation of these vehicles, I just think it's a little bit silly, isn't it? Yeah, we have Japan now coming in. We have Archer with that 100 Midnight potential order. But again, look, apparently there's over 6 billion in backlog now. Will they be able to meet the requirements of all these demands, plus be able to roll out their own Midnight for their own apps? Is it going to turn into a stage where it's going to be the likes of a hover business model? Will they be leasing them out to different companies? It really starting to fry my head. Do we need Joby to announce these partnerships with, look, a airliner like Japan Airlines, or do Joby just need to go in there themselves, not be the official partner, but just get the S4s on the ground and all revenue is going through Joby's books? It's a very interesting time. I do like to see these agreements take place, but at the same time, my worry is the whole mass manufacturing. Guys, do jump into the comments, let me know if mass manufacturing is something that worries you. Look, some people are completely against me and they say there won't be a problem with getting these out. The demand is there. I have no doubt the demand is there. Everyone and their cousin will want to fly in one of these. Even if we capture 1% of the market in public transportation, I can understand the market's there. I just am getting a little bit confused at the moment with, look, the amount of capital they have to get mass manufacturing rolled out. Archer, I believe, with the Covington, Georgia factory, do have an edge in that case. Joby seems to be ticking off all the paperwork, seem to have the design banged down. But then my only worry is then, are they able to get enough aircraft out? Again, look, I'm going to get the Joby Bulls killing me there, and I'll probably get the Archer Bulls killing me on the other side. But I'm just sharing my honest thoughts. Do smash the like button. I am rolling one of these out every day. I wasn't recording yesterday just because I had a meeting with Horizon CEO Brandon Robinson. So wait to check that out.